Today we're going to be playing Standard on the 2022 ladder, which means there are no more Yorians. But that does not mean we can't blink things for endless value repeatedly. Cue the intro, let's talk about it. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel today, and thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're talking about an Orzhov list, an Orzhov control slash mid-range list. I can't really decide which one. We'll talk about why in a moment, but there's one card in particular today that we're really trying to highlight. It's a new card from the D&D set, and we're talking about Teleportation Circle, the new Yorian, the new way to get endless value out of all your ETB effects. But before we jump into this and break this thing down, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I just ask if you take one moment to do so. It's a free way to help support the channel, and if you want to hit that notification bell, you'll be notified whenever we post a video, which is 3 times a week. That way you don't miss out on any future content. All right, guys, let's talk about this card right here, Teleportation Circle. Like I said, it is a new, a poor man's Yorian. So what I mean by that is it's an enchantment that enters the battlefield and you can start bouncing all of your permanents. Not all of them, but specifically creatures or artifacts. We can start bouncing them at the end step of our turn, just like a Yorian would. So you're wanting to get a lot of ETB effects. You want to get a lot of, draw card effects. And we have all of that stuff here today. And the reason I can't decide if this is control or mid-range is because we run a lot of creatures. We do end up beating our opponent down quite a bit with our creatures. We do out aggro people sometimes, it depends on the tempo of the game and how we want to, spin it. But the thing is, all of our creatures do gain us a lot of value, whether it be card draw, searching for cards, hurting our opponent's hand, exiling their creatures. So there's a lot of really control aspects to this deck. But anyways, we'll start from the top. Things we want to bounce, right? We're talking about Professor Symbology. We have, a 2/1 2-drop. And what's great about this is we actually get to go into our sideboard and learn and get a little bit of card selection. So every time this enters the battlefield, we get to go to that sideboard. So if we can blink this with the circle, it's just going to keep gaining its value. Same thing goes with our 3 elite spellbinders. We get to go into our opponent's hand and make things really difficult for them to cast. And if we can keep repeating this process over and over, we're really going to hurt our opponent, and eventually they're not going to be able to play any spell without spending all their mana. And then lastly, we have Gelatinous Cube, another creature that does some really cool ETB effects. We get to bring this in. We get to exile one of our opponent's creatures underneath our card, and we can dissolve it down the road for X, right? So we dissolve the creature, it's gone. Now we have the card open again, and we bounce it, we repeat the process. Every time this hits the battlefield, our opponent's not going to be able to do anything if they're playing one creature at a time, because we're just going to keep eating it over and over. And every turn, we're just going to spend our mana dissolving that creature and doing it again. And we'll keep getting in for the 4 damage, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of value and synergies there as well. And our card draw engine. Well, we've got Spare Supplies, a new-ish Zendikar card where we get to draw a card when this enters the battlefield. And if we can't find our Teleportation Circle, we can just sacrifice it later for another card down the road. So there's some value there, but ultimately we want to get this on the battlefield and just keep blinking it at the end of every turn just to get one additional card every single turn. And our opponent's not going to be able to keep up with that sort of value. And then the rest of our cards are very control style. We have Doomscar to wipe the board if things get a little too hectic early on with those aggro matchups. We have Humiliate to hit our opponent's hand if we're running, against, somebody running blue with a lot of counter magic. We want to get those out of their hand. Vanishing Verse, because it's one of the best removal tools right now in the metagame. And then 3 Bloodchief Thirst for those planeswalkers as well as creatures. And in our ultimate win con here, we're looking at the Spider Queen, of course. It's got the reach ability on their creatures, so it protects itself really well, especially against angels. And we can draw some cards with it as well. So really good win con, just kind of generating these spiders over and over, and our opponent's not going to be able to do anything. We've also got 3 Crawling Barons to kind of end the game. We do have some ideas on some things that could be tweaked, taken in, or taken out. So stick around until the end. We're going to break that down at the end of the video. We're going to jump into the game. Oh, before we jump into the gameplay footage, here's my lesson board. We've got the Academic Probation, 2 Environmental Sciences, Reduced to Memory, Fumes, Pest Summoning, and Mascot Exhibition. Anyways, with that being said, we're going to jump into the gameplay footage now, and we'll see you guys back here at the end for some final thoughts. Enjoy. Peace. All right, we have a very interesting list for you guys today. It's going to be an Orzhov list, but it's going to be control through creatures, which is kind of nice. We've got a lot of creatures that do really cool things, and we've also got a really cool new card that allows us to bounce and gain multiple effects out of them. So that's pretty awesome. We get to go first with the Professor. That's a definite keep. Definite keep. Up against probably the Control Mage. Yeah, Professor first, and then we'll go into their hand next turn with the Spellbinder. What could we probably end up using here? Academic Probation could be good. We could really set our opponent back. Once we find out what they have in their hand, we can kind of call out another spell of theirs, really slow them down. All right, let's get in there. See what's going on in that hand. Couple of bindings, that's problematic. Soul Shatter's also problematic. As far as making something more expensive, suppose I want to make that more expensive, right? Yikes. Okay, not great. Our opponent has a really good hand at just kind of destroying our things. So maybe we go for the binding next, take out one of them at least out of their hand. Let's get their cards here, and then we'll take out Blood on the Snow too. That's also terrible. Okay, well. Do we give him the binding then? I think we give him the binding. The 1/1 counter here, that way I can swing both. That's fine. And then I could name the binding, but I kind of want them to play it on one of these because I need the the second Spider Queen to stay alive. You know what I'm saying? I suppose this is pretty good right now. So let's do this. Let's do that, and then now we have multiple threats on the battlefield that are actually going to make a pretty significant difference here over time. And we took away their board sweep, so feeling pretty good about this. They are definitely going to bind. Yeah, we saw that coming. We're going to call out, though, the Tybalt out of their hand with this bad boy. Professor Onyx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're 1 away from Professor Onyx, 2 away from the Tybalt. So I guess Professor Onyx has got to go. All right, and then we go Professor again. Let's see what we can hit here. That might be important down the road to get rid of the Tybalt. I hope it doesn't come to that, but you never know. We should be able to beat them down before they're able to get off here, so we should be good. If they play the Professor here, we know they're in trouble. Okay, it's Kaya. Interesting. Kaya can minus, but can only take out one of these. All right, we're gonna go Lolth here for sure.
My children, do what I demand.
6 to the face. They have no board sweepers. I think that's the best play because then we got them down to pretty much lethal here, unless they find a way to deal with the entire creature base on the battlefield, which I doubt is going to be the case. You never know. They might top deck another Blood in the Snow. Nope, they do not. All right, we should win this one. Good games. We didn't get to do what we wanted to do, which was really try to bounce our creatures back and forth to try to gain that ultimate value, but still feels pretty good how we ended up in this game. So pretty happy with the outcome. All right, all done, or they still want to play it out, huh? All right, well, there you go. GG. Nice and easy first game. It didn't, like I said, it didn't go exactly how we planned. And our opponent here had a really, really good situation against us. So glad we won that. All right, game number 1. Nice and easy. Took down a, looked like a Mardu list there. Had some green in there though. I don't know. I don't remember what it was exactly, but Tybalt was on the battlefield, which made me a little bit nervous, but we were able to kill them before it really got down and started hurting us. Opponent goes first, so I can probably keep this, even though the lands are really slow. We have a kill spell, you know, so I guess we can keep it. Hopefully we top deck a normal land, and then that way these shrines can come, or these snarls can come down quickly. Nope, just another snarl. 3 out of 3. Doctors would say 3 out of 3 lands are snarls. I hate seeing eye twitch on turn 1. It's so frustrating. Like, it's like, I don't want to kill it. You don't want them to be able to learn, you know what I'm saying? I am going to kill this before they can start, you know, sacking stuff and gaining a lot of value out of all this stuff, so we'll do it like that. Glad we pulled the plains off the top, by the way. Helps out the land base a lot. Another eye twitch. Okay. Oh, we find a spare supplies. Interesting. Very interesting. It'll be the first time I actually hit this card. This right here says if a non-token creature opponent controls would die, exile instead. When you do, you may pay 2 and create a pest. Got it. Okay, well, how do we want to do this? Because they're looking to try to put the hurt on us, right? They're trying to kill our creatures. So let's not play that right into a kill spell and allowing them to create another pest. Let's just pass the turn for now. We could take 3. It's not the end of the world. Gelatinous Cube can exile all of these things very easily, seeing their cost is so low. We do need to find the enchantment, though, to bounce the cube repeatedly to get ultimate value here. Alright, I can exile 2 of these. Ooh, I could Doomscar, but if I Doomscar, our opponent here gets a lot of value out of these little eye twitches. Let's snap one of them up. Next turn, we will hit them with the Humiliate or a Vanish Inverse, one or the other, and then we can also exile the eye twitch as well. I feel like that's pretty good. We've also got a good body out there now, so the Witherbloom Apprentice isn't going to be able to get through. But it does have a Magecraft ability where it gains 1 and I lose 1. Alright, more land is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Let's go ahead and do this for 1. Then let's go ahead and... They didn't play anything. I still would like to hit them with this, I think. Hit them with this, see what they got. Ooh, nice. Okay, well... Let's take the Binding, because it can kill my Ooze. And over time, my Ooze can really start hurting our opponent, especially if we can bounce it. Part of me, though, if we can't find that enchantment on the next go-around, I might want to just blow up the board now that I've seen their hand. I really am not that threatened by their hand. So giving them one lesson card isn't necessarily a terrible thing, you know? I don't know. We have to pay 1 for every creature we target here. Am I gonna blow up the board? That's the biggest question we have. I don't think I am. I don't think I am. Am I gonna attack though? No, I don't think I am. Okay, let's go with the Vanishing Verse on the eye twitch. And let's see, let's grab the Exhibition. We have a lot of mana, right? All right, so end our turn. We can go Vanishing Verse on one of these, and then we have to pay one additional. So we can't use them both, unfortunately, thanks to this. I could use one on that though. I kind of think I'm gonna end up blowing up the board here, so that's why. That's why maybe I'll just use it on the eye twitch here, and then that way they don't get the lesson card. No lesson card for them. We blow up the board, and I think we take, you know, we pull ahead here. I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure we pull ahead here. Let's see what they do as far as blocks go. You never know. They might block the professor with, you know, something silly here, and I may change my mind, but more than likely the dean is going to block the professor. No, we get the damage. Nice. All right, blow up the board. They get nothing special out of this. And then next turn we can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 potentially play the exhibition if we hit a land. We'll see. We'll see. If we hit the enchantment that allows us to bounce the spare satchel, that's going to be really nice. All right, well, they draw a pretty decent threat. It's a pretty decent threat. Good enough to make me wonder if I should kill it or if I overplaying this. Because if they find any spell that's an instant or sorcery, I may regret letting that live a turn because they're going to get a lot of value out of it. We'll see. That might have been a mistake. Killing that might have been more important. We'll see. It has a ward ability though on there, so I have to pay 3 life. And they do find a good spell. Oh, they don't even kill the witch though. I guess that makes sense. Wow, unbelievable. Unbelievable. Could it have been any worse of a 2 top decks? It's not the end of the world, but still, it's annoying. It's annoying that if I would have just killed the witch, they would have had nothing there to get value off of. All right, interesting. That's pretty interesting. Let's get in there and see what they do with this. Let's see what they do with it. They're gonna block with the witch, huh? Now that would be interesting. They do. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of weird that you have to assign damage. Oh, I see. The stupid shield. I was like, that's kind of weird. You have to assign damage. Whoops. Should have been more diligent about the board there. Anytime you see something out of the ordinary, if the game asks you, "Are you sure?" or something like that, typically means you're doing something silly. Just a heads up. Well, we just got by the shield. Well, actually, we didn't get got. I would have had to put 3 damage on the Sedgemoor Witch either way to kill it. So I still did that right. Yeah, I did do that right. Never mind. I'm sitting here thinking I did something incorrect, but I didn't. The shield just makes things so much harder than it needs to be. Really good card though. Really puts a wrench in the cogwheel, and you just gotta makes you have to think really hard about every play you're gonna make. All right, Vanishing Verse. I actually needed that. I have a lot of board presence though, so let's see what we hit with that. Come on, enchantment. Dang it. I keep saying enchantment. I forget what it's called. It's fine now. If they don't play a creature on this turn, I'm gonna end step, kill this, and then we can get them for lethal here. Nothing? All right, let's do this. Oh, we just drew our teleportation circle, the card I was looking for. And with the teleportation circle, we would have been able to bounce this sparing supplies, and we would have drawn a card every single turn. But GG. Of course, we hit exactly what we were trying to do at the very, very end when the game was over. Just our luck. Just our luck. I don't think this is good enough. This is better, believe it or not. This is better. We got 1, 3, and 4. Nice little sort of curve situation happening. That last hand had too much mana. Too much mana and only had one play early, that Humiliate, which really, if this is an aggro deck, I guess the Doomscar would have helped, but if it's not aggro, that other hand was not very good. This one just has a little bit more versatility to it. Kill spells, hand hate, and endless value over and over again. See what our opponents got here. Ooh, they're running a very similar deck, but they're running snow, huh? Oh, they're running angels more than likely. Okay. Okay, angels it is. Spellbinder's a good blocker for a little bit of the angels, but it's gonna die pretty quickly. Let's just hope we can get into their hand and disrupt it fast enough that we can really take advantage every turn and just put them a turn behind every single time. Let's find out. Let's find out if we got what it takes. Excuse me. All right, definitely got to take the Valkyrie, unfortunately, because our opponent, and of course I fat finger the regiment. Oh my god, dude. I was trying to click the Valkyrie, but here we are. I guess that's fine. We can kill the Valkyrie with this. That's probably okay. Happy accident. Unbelievable. Sometimes, man, I just need to just keep my mouth shut, because when I do something silly, it just looks silly. All right, there we go. All right, hit him with the Spellbinder. At least I learned from my mistakes, you know. At least I'm like honest about them. Like, that was definitely a mistake on my end. I was trying to hit the Valkyrie, but in the long run, I do think that was the better play, taking the Regiment, because we did have the kill spell. That's a problem, though. That's a problem because it's gonna be endless value. All right, let's go with the circle and bounce this bad boy. Let's make your other Legion Angel a little more hefty of a cost. Really wish I had other spells other than Humiliate in my hand, because we've got the hand hate covered with the Spellbinder. Sparring Regimen, here we go. This is gonna hurt. This is going to hurt. Oh, and they get the anatomy too. Savagery, okay. Gonna need to find a kill spell here for sure. That's not bad. That's really not bad, because we can actually throw this bad boy down to get a card, and then that's also not bad. Let's get into their hand though. Keep in mind, we are gonna blow up the board, right? Yeah, we're gonna blow up the board. Let's go ahead and do that. And let's just block. We're gonna end up blocking here for sure. For sure. All right, let's bounce this bad boy. All right, so hopefully they get down. I don't know. What would we rather see here? The Valkyrie or the Legion Angel? Legion Angel probably. Let's see, 3, 4, 5. I only got 5 mana open here. So blowing up the board will cost me my entire next turn. All right, definitely blowing up the board. Got it. Got it. God dang it. Why am I clicking so badly? Alright. See you later. Reset the board. The only issue with that play is they're going to get their other Legion Angels this turn, which then in turn gets them another Legion Angel. So super frustrating, but we can get their next Legion Angel with Humiliate, which does stop the chain finally. But we got to find another way to deal with this current Legion Angel, you know what I'm saying? Oh, they don't grab their other angel. Feels bad, man. Means I can steal that. Vanishing Verse. That's pretty good though. I can get 2 card draws a turn. Not bad. Not bad at all. Gonna have to find something quick though, because we are gonna be taking massive amount of damage with that, and the crawling barons is on the field. I hope they don't see it though. They also got the sparring regiment though. They have a lot of potential damage here. A lot of potential damage. All right, we're taking 6, 7, taking 7 here. So next turn is guaranteed lethal if I can't find a way to deal. I mean, that's a way to get it done. That is a way. I know I could sacrifice one of these, you know, spare supplies, right? Like right now to get another card, but being able to draw 2 cards a turn seems pretty dang good. Do I have a way to deal with that crawling barons? I don't think I do. Other than to get creatures down and block. Angel spells cost 2 less to cast. Okay, they gave me the turn off, which is really nice. They gave me 1 turn off to figure out my situation here. Okay, come on now. I don't need 3 because we don't have 3 things to bounce. We don't have 3 things to bounce, so let's do this. See what we hit here. Oh my goodness, no more land, please. Something I can use. Oh no, I mean it's something to block their crawling barons with, I guess. Big yikes, man. Hopefully they take time to buy that third cleric's class. There we go. Okay. How do we not find any sort of tools to help us here by drawing this many cards? Seems pretty crazy to me. Well, now they can go into their sideboard again and get the Legion Angels that they didn't grab earlier too, which is annoying. Do they just not have anymore? I'm so confused about that. All right. Mascot Exhibition seems pretty solid here because it'll at least generate me some blockers for a turn. At least give me some blockers for a turn. We're not done yet. We have a good chance to come back here. We're not done yet. There we go. We got a Lulth. That's pretty helpful because we get the spiders which have reach. So we're not done yet. We're making our way back here. They do have 1, 2, 3 mana open, so they can't pump the barons and attack. They can only attack here with the 4/4. So if they do, I'm more than happy to make a big trade here with the 4/4 on our side. And then clearly we got to block the Legion Angel with our 2/1. And then do we double block the 4/4 maybe? Maybe. They do get a 1/1 counter. They get the place on something. If they put it on the crawling barons, that could actually be pretty tough. They do. They see. Okay, they see the exact same thing I see. All right, we got a block there. Ignore that now. Now we go here to here. There. That's fine. That's fine. That'll work. That will work. Dealt with the crawling barons now. That feels really nice. And we can block the Legion Angel all day with the Spider Queen. Or we can Vanishing Verse it. Both are good to me. Alright, and then how do we want to handle this? Another satchel, and then just wait till next turn to hit the teleportation circle? Seems good. Seems good. All right, we're rolling now. We've fully stabilized, I feel like, so we're rolling now. Another Vanishing Verse, not bad. Gelatinous Cube. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna kill this, because if they come in for an attack, I'd rather that not, you know, proc anything. So let's just go ahead and kill it now and hold up the Vanishing Verse potentially for another creature. The Legion Angel we can block. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Been talking a lot today, so my throat hurts. This deck is so much fun. This deck is so much fun. There goes our other Lolth. Ouch. That was our only way to keep generating blockers for the air. Good old Angels, man. Making my life tough, but we're making it happen one play at a time. One turn at a time. What a great way to just, you know, find value in drawing a bunch of cards, man, with these teleportation circles comboed up with the spare supplies. So happy we figured that out. It's not bad at all. Part of me wants to just do this because the cube can gain us a lot of value too over time with our own with another teleportation circle. So let's do that. I'm gonna leave one of these back. Did they have? Yeah, I mean there is a haste. There is one angel that has haste, so you never know. You never know. Let's draw 3 cards. Refill my hand really quick. Well, don't mind if I do. Somehow we keep finding lands. Eventually it's just gonna be spell after spell here. Not bad, not bad, not bad. Alright, not bad. If they only knew what my hand looked like, they'd probably scoop. See what I got here. The Blood Chief's Thirst. That's annoying. That's annoying. They get back their Legion Angel. Alright. Would have liked to maybe blow that up, but it's fine. Getting rid of that too is just as important, I guess. Professor Symbology. What do we get? Let's get one of you. Again, gotta be on the lookout for that. Shoot, I should have pumped my Crawling Barrens. Big mistake. We'll pump it on the end step here though. Get it really big. Could have got in there for a pretty decent attack with it though. Humiliates. Don't need that. It's pretty dead of a card at this point in the game. I do need that. Alright. Vanishing Verse can blow up the Cleric class. Probably might want to do that before this hits. Okay, yeah, let's do it now. Don't want him gaining any additional life, you know? Spellbinder comes down. Spellbinder annoys me. That's okay. That's okay. We got a Blood Chief's Thirst for it. We got more than enough mana to cast anything we want to cast, so. Gotta imagine our opponent's gonna scoop out their sea in his hand, right? You gotta imagine, right? No? Alright. Alright, here we go. Gotta pass on the Crawling Barrens this turn. It's fine though. Now we can swing all. And yeah, we could take all 3 cards. I was like, is 3 too many here? But it's not. It's not at all. Good game. They finally see the writing on the wall and that this is not going to go anywhere good for them. Our plan to just bounce that artifact over and over is just too much value. It's just unstoppable. Of course, we're at another really awkward time in the video where it's like, do we record one more game? Do we not record one more game? It's tough, but looks like we're going to record one more. See what happens. If it's short enough, we can squeeze it into the video. We'll see. I like this deck a lot though. 3-0 so far. Feeling pretty good about it. This hand, yikes, got a mulligan that. Much better. Okay, much better. Good enough, I guess. Symbology can find us another white source if we need it for like a Doomscar, if we somehow top deck it on the next go around. Mono red. Wish we could add a Doomscar in hand still, but alright. Definitely want to get this down fast as a body to block. Maybe like a Relic Robber. I know a lot of people have been going for the Relic Robber lately. This is pretty good against aggro. They're showing me mono red, so gotta expect aggro. Okay. Boros also aggro. That's a really annoying tool that they just dropped there. We'll Vanishing Verse it. I think that's pretty good. Alright. It's fine. We can kill that with this. Definitely gonna kill that. No equipment for you, my friend. Oh, perfect top deck. Just in time.
I have much to think about.
Alright, we'll leave the professor back for blocks here. You gotta imagine this thing's gonna equip, right? I would imagine. Alright, they give this thing haste. Yikes. That's double strike. So no blocks here. Let's draw a card here. Not a bad card, just not the card I wanted at this moment. Alright. That can snap something up next turn. Alright. See you later. That's gone forever into the ether. Okay, nice top deck. And this will work beautifully. So we can take the 1/1 and it goes forever. We don't even need to spend mana to dissolve it. And then on top of that, if we could just find the enchantment that we're looking for, the circle, we can keep bouncing the ooze and just eating up our opponent's things. All right, let's go for the Spider Queen here. Who knew that we were gonna have more creatures on the field than our aggro competitor here? We love to see it. All right, this is annoying because when it dies, it goes back to their hand now.
My words are for ambitious minds.
Give me something good here. Beautiful. Beautiful, mate. Beautiful, mate. Later. That's what I'm talking about, man. This is what I'm talking about. Perfect synergy when it all comes together. It's a beautiful thing when it all comes together. All right, we're paying 3 here. See you later. Draw a card. Vanishing Verse, not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Let's draw a card. Do you see what's happening here, guys? This is literally a thing of beauty. I thought about this all day at work. I could not stop thinking about this deck. Super happy with how it went, and that's perfect timing too to end the video off on that. So GG's. Let's break this thing down. That's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today, and I hope you enjoyed the gameplay footage. I know I had a blast playing this list, and I think it's fairly decent. We ran through the ladder pretty easily. 4 games, 4 up, 4 down, nice and easy. And it only took me a few minutes to build, honestly. I've been thinking about this deck all day long at work, so it didn't take me that long to build when I got home. I just threw it together and said go. There was one card I originally had in my head in place of Spider Queen, and that card was Kaya. Kaya is another really great option for this deck because with Kaya, we get a lot of the same effects as we want, right? We want to get our creatures bouncing, right? we want to bounce our creatures to get endless value for what they do, whether it be learn, hit our opponent's hand, or dissolve some of their creatures. So putting these ghost form counters on our creatures to get them back in our hand would be really great, and it synergizes really well. You can also exile target non-land permanent, but the only problem is I have with this card over this card is that the finishing power, if you know what I mean. This can finish a game by creating these spiders, just really making the board go extremely wide and dangerous. And if we can eventually get to that -8, it wins the game automatically. You know what I'm saying? So there is finishing power here, where this is just going to kind of prolong the game a little bit, and it's going to synergize really nicely, but it's going to prolong the game, not so much really finish the game. So that's why I went with the Spider Queen, just for some more oomph to kind of spike the game and end it. But anyways, if you have any thoughts or ideas on how to make this deck any better, please leave them in the comments below. I do read all of them, so please let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts and comments. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you. Truly thank you so much for helping me out. Because if you make it this far in the video, the algorithm loves that, and it, you know, sends my video off to more people. So thank you so much for helping the channel grow. And to all of my Marty Mob members, thank you so much, especially for helping grow the channel financially. It means the world to me. And if you want to support the channel financially, like my Marty Mob members listed here, you can hit that little join button below, or hit the link in the description to join, and it will tell you all the perks and benefits you get for being part of the Marty Mob. And yeah, I would really appreciate it. That's going to do it today, though, for the video. And we'll see you guys back here tonight for the live stream. Till then, peace.
Hit him 3 times like a hat trick. Yeah. The name is Swayze, no Patrick. If you play him, then it's tragic. Hit him with the mythic, yeah, that's magic. Yeah, MTG, that's what you'll see if you like and subscribe. With the upload, man, man, all of the time. Coming with the best decks, this is the meta. This ain't cheap.